アドバイザーとしてこの大会をヘルプして盛り上げていきたいと思っています。今日いきなりこの冷え込んで寒いので皆様風邪をひかないように楽しんでいってください。大会を盛り上げていきますので皆さんもどうぞ楽しんでいってください。よろしくお願いいたします。
はい、ありがとうございました。よろしくお願いいたします。ではどうぞお座りになってお待ちください。まもなくシャラポワ選手入場しますのでもうちょっとお待ちください。はい、それでは今日は、特別企画、マリア・シャラポワ選手への公開インタビューということで、本大会トーナメントアドバイザーの杉山愛さんから、いくつかディフェンディングチャンピオンのマリア・シャラポワ選手に、質問をしていただきたいと思います。それでは杉山さんよろしいですか。
はい、
はい、じゃあお願いします。
はい、では、早速ですがマリア・シャラポワ選手に、質問していきたいと思います。Welcome to Japan. Thank you. まずは去年のこの大会でですね優勝しまして、本当圧倒的な強さで優勝したと思うんですけれどもその大会を少し振り返ってもらいたいと思います。
First question to Maria, welcome back.
Thank you.
Last year you had a great victory here. It was an overwhelming victory in many ways. So what was your impression from last year?
Yeah, last year this tournament was the first one I won after being away from the game for 9 months. So it was a really sweet victory, and when I come back here, I always have really good memories. This was the place where I won my first professional big tournament in this stadium, and every time I come back, you always get that support from the fans and the new people that they've seen me grow up from being a little girl to now being 23, and yeah, so that was special.
去年の、大会は本当に思い出深い、勝利となりました、このスタジアムの深い思いは私のプロとしての初めてのトーナメントビクトリー、それから、私が少女、本当に、幼い時から、right now,
Yeah, the game has become a lot more physical than it was many years ago, and you have a lot of stronger players, good movers, that make you hit a lot of balls, and it's the schedule of the tournaments when they're back to back, you really have to be physically ready to play, maybe max 12 matches in like 14 or 15 days, which is quite a bit, and you have to make sure your body is ready. And I think fitness is one of the most important key aspects of the game right now, being fit and staying fit for not just one match but over a longer period of time. So, endurance, and that's something that obviously I'm trying to work on.
So this day, you do experience of playing with you. She recognized your incredible mental fitness, strength, and other players also recognize this on court. You're unbeatable mentally. So what do you do under pressure? What do you bring yourself mentally to bring yourself from a pinch spot?
Yeah, obviously, not only is the game physical, but it's always mental. I mean, it's a sport. It's an individual sport where it's about you and your opponent, and you have about an hour and a half, sometimes 2, sometimes longer, to try to figure things out. Whether you're down, whether you're up, and there are a lot of swings in the tennis match, and it's really about. It's always impossible to be perfect and win every single point, but it's really about how you come from behind, or if you're up, make sure that you concentrate just well enough that you don't give up that lead, or whether you're down, you try to find a way to win when you're not playing well. It's little keys here and there, because the swings in tennis happen quite often, and there's a very thin line between winning and losing, and sometimes only a couple of points. And if you're just a little bit, if you focus a little bit more, sometimes that can help you and get you through.
Tennis is taking up a lot of time, especially when you're on tour. It's very, very busy. But when you do have a spare moment off the court, what do you do with your time?
The little time that I have, I try to take advantage of it, and usually I just try to relax and be lazy once in a while, because you don't give yourself many chances to do that. So when I come home, I love spending time at home, and going to the grocery store, and getting food, coming home and cooking, and being around my friends, and maybe just reading, and things that maybe on the road you don't really get to do, but when you come home you appreciate much more, like a home cooked meal, or being able to talk with your friends when they're together, not just on your phone. On the tour, there's not that much time to relax. We go to these amazing places, and from Paris to Tokyo, and we think, oh, we have so much time to sightsee, and we rarely don't, because if we're playing the whole week, and if we're doing well, then you're going to your next destination, you're playing another tournament, and then in between you only have a couple of hours, and you don't want to spend too much energy. So maybe nice dinners, try to find nice restaurants, and get to appreciate that and the different cultures, and go to some shops once in a while, sneak that in. Things. I think it's the energy. I really, when you come to the city from the airport, you feel that energy that, unlike any other place in the world, you really almost feel alive. And from the lights to the people to to the pedestrians and the people on the bike, everyone's full of life, and it's really cool. It's inspirational when you talk to so many people around the world. When you ask them, oh, where do you get your inspiration for, whether it's a designer, an artist, and they always say Japan, because there's something really incredible about it, and it makes people want to come back. And it's the buildings, and the tradition, and I mean the shopping's amazing as well. So if I can throw that in.
The main draw is going to start now on the 26th. So what are your main goals and feelings driving you into this tournament?
Obviously we have a really tough field here and a lot of good players, and my goal is to take it one match at a time, and a lot of the opponents you're going to face have different styles of play, and from match to match you hope that you improve, and as the tournament goes on you're going to be facing tougher competitors, and obviously the goal is to be the one that's holding the trophy at the end of the week.
To hear you today, but do you have a message for your fans?
This is one of the best things about Japan, is the message part. After all the interviews, I can't be more thankful for all the support that this country and my fans has brought me, even when I wasn't playing tennis, and when I was a young girl growing up, and as a junior I played many junior tournaments here and outside of Tokyo, and your support has been amazing, and I'm so happy that I could come back and compete here. And it's one thing I really wanted to do when I was out injured, is come back and play in front of you guys. So to be back, I'm very happy, and hopefully you can come and watch the matches.
それでは最後フォトセッションをボードの前で行いますので、カメラの方は柵の向こうを